He's gonna jump right into the fight.
Dude, it is fucking hot in here. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. What's going on, folks? Oh, doctor here. I ran a little bit of this race the other day, like yesterday or the day before that. And I never finished it, so I'm going to finish it. I'm in 7th place right now. For 17 laps, so it'll work out. So I guess today I'm going to make it more of a dog diary rather than just a race. Just because some shit's been, I don't want to say like going on that much, but just some things that I've been thinking about, like some, yeah, not like life or choice, but like, I don't know, it's just, our company has a purpose, okay? So it's basically like a field trip for school, where, we all get together, we have fun, whatever you consider fun to do, and then, everybody gets together, you get a t-shirt, you get fucking catered food, everybody has something to have one of them sort of deals, and my girlfriend wants to go really bad, right? And I don't, because she wants to, go, I do too. However, I don't care to see any that I work with outside of work. Like, I already see them people more than I see any of my real friends. Like, why do I want to see them? Not to mention the fact that I don't like it at all. locked in, I could say what I want, I could do what I want. And I don't know how well that's gonna go for me. So I don't want to take a chance. There's line, I said no. But that's the insane. 71 is not enough. I don't know if you can hear it, but I do have a lot of fans over here. Because it is really that hot. The computer don't help. You know, the computer produces a lot of fucking heat every day. And then it's also like 84 degrees sometimes. It really does fucking stink. So it's miserable. But yeah, like, I don't know. To get into the, I guess, the God's Diary section of it, well, let me make sure. I'm turning this down to like -8 dB. Should be a little bit better. You should be able to hear me a little bit easier. Maybe I'll turn this down even more. I'll turn that down to like 12. That should be a lot better then. I could also move the mic closer to me, which I'm actually gonna do that. But so it's pathetic that I don't want to do anything, right? However, that's not even the case. I'm the type of person that I like to mix it up. I don't like to do the same thing all the time. So I've gone to this amusement park like 1,000 times in my lifetime. Like, I've been on everything, I've seen everything, I've done everything that there is to do at this place. It's just kind of old to me, right? So I don't necessarily, I'm not jumping for joy to like go to this place, right? Because like I know that there's better out there. So you know, we have it established that I'm in Pennsylvania now. So like I have Hershey Park. Like I don't have many memories at Hershey Park. Like that would be almost a new experience for me. Dorney Park even. Dorney Park is a huge one in Pennsylvania. Like I don't really have that many memories of that place either. Like I'd rather go there, see something new, experience something new. It might be more expensive, but I'm willing to make that trade-off because of a new experience. And the same thing with like racing, for example. Like I've been going to Maple Grove Raceway for the past 13 years of my life. Since I'm like 4 or 5 years old. I'm 27 now. So I've been going to Maple Grove Raceway for a very, very, very long time. But for whatever reason, like, that doesn't get old to me. Right? Like, A, because it's like only a once in a year thing. And 2, like, I feel like if I went to the NASCAR race every year at Pocono, I feel like I'd eventually get sick of that. Just because, like, not as much shit happens, I don't think. Because I've been to NASCAR races before, and I just, like, the draw for an NHRA event for me is the nitromethane. The fact that the cars run that fuel, and the fact that basically the entire event is a pit pass. Like, you don't have to pay any extra money to be able to go back into the pits like you do at a NASCAR race. Or like driver autograph sessions, because like the drivers will just be at their cars in the pits as you're walking by. You can literally just stand there and wait for someone to come out and then be like, hey, can I get an autograph? And 8 out of 10 times you're gonna get an autograph from your favorite driver if you're patient enough. They fire up the cars in the pits, they test them in the pits. That's where you get your face full of nitromethane. I'm getting pinched. Okay, I'm clear. But yeah, you get your face full of nitromethane in the pits. And then, like, the experience of those two cars running down the fucking drag strip is just... It's something that you literally cannot experience. And like, it's the most insane fucking thing. I don't have the words to describe it. I know I say that all the time, but like, seriously, it is absolutely fucking insane. What two cars going down a drag strip are able to do. But like, it's so mind-blowing that it just keeps you coming back, in my opinion. And like, yeah, NASCAR is cool and everything, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't have that same wow factor to me. Yes, I appreciate the technicality behind the racing. I'm gonna follow it and appreciate it more, but I can't see myself being like die hard, need to go to it all the time level of a fan. But I would go to the other tracks to experience that. But Maple Grove is just different. But like, yeah, I don't know. The thing about this company picnic though is like, I don't, like, it is embarrassing to me to say that I work for the company that I work for. And like, that's just how I feel. Like, I'm in no way, shape, or form like proud to say that I work at the company that I work for. And I literally like don't want to be associated with working for this place because I know it's a shithole. And like, I actually feel like saying that I work where I work has like hindered my relationship with some people because I just get looked at like a scumbag because I work at this window place. And like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to me. It's crazy to say that I'm embarrassed to have a job that I make like $25 an hour at, but I am. I am genuinely like not okay with the position that I'm in. And like, all these other people are. They're so happy. Like, they're so thrilled. Like, they'll do anything in order for some level of validity at this place. And I don't get it. I don't understand why. Like, I want to do a good job at everything that I do. Don't get me wrong. I get the satisfaction out of doing a good job, working on cars and everything, you know, making sure that I did everything correctly and the right way. I got a little too close to the wall there. Working on the house, like, I like being very precise with everything. I like when it comes out really good. I like being correct about it. Like, I take pride in everything that I do, right? Except for work. Like, the one place that I probably should have the most pride in anything that I do, I have the least. Now, when I work at the roller coaster company, that was completely different. I loved my job. I took my job very seriously because I had it in the back of my head that people's lives depend on my work. Plus, I also gave a shit about welding. You know, I went to school to do it, and I want to be good at it. So I want to practice, and I want to figure out ways that I could do it differently so that way I could become better. And I don't have that. Like, everybody at this place, like, has that, because I don't know. Like, you never hear good job. Like, you never hear anything like that. There's no sort of incentive to do any better, and that's the issue, right? Like, it doesn't matter, like, how hard you work there. Everybody gets, whenever we get pay increases, everybody gets the same amount of money at the same time, except for your yearly interviews, like your yearly, what's it called? Evaluation or whatever. Basically, they review your performance each year to see how you're doing. And it don't matter. It's a joke. Like, I don't know, what blows my mind is the fact that I'm on a machine that it's a lot easier for me to hurt myself where I'm at versus where other people are, because I'm dealing with 7 foot by 8 foot sheets of glass, and it's just a lot easier for something to break, one of us to drop something to fall. Like, it's a lot more dangerous at the machine that I'm on, so that's why I make more than the average person there. It's like $1 an hour more or something. But, like, I make more than the people that are absolutely busting their ass, like, trying to break land speed records and shit. And it's just like, why are you doing this? Like, I make more money than you, and I don't give a fuck. Like, it's stupid. And again, for what? So that, in the hopes that you hear Preston say good job? Or something? Like, what? You want a pat on the fucking back? You want a fucking noogie or something? Like, Preston put you in a headlock and give you a noogie and say, great job, sport? Like, what the fuck are you trying to do? Like, you're not gaining anything from going so far out of your way. So I don't, it doesn't make sense to me as to why people feel the need to do it. And I've chalked it up basically to that's the only sort of satisfaction that they get out of their lives, and that's really what's pathetic and sad and everything. Not that I don't want to go to a fucking company picnic. Devoting your entire soul and your entire being to a fucking corporation, not even like a company, but like a corporation. There's multiple facilities across the United States. It's not even like a small business to where like you actually see the CEO every once in a while. Like the roller coaster company, yeah, we had multiple facilities. There were two in Pennsylvania and 3 in Florida, but we seen our CEO. Like Bill came through every once in a while and like talked to us. Like we went on a fishing trip the one year down to fucking Myrtle Beach. Like, that's the type of shit that like I could get down with. Oh, we got one spin out. But like I felt like something there, you know? Like my boss always came up and told me like, hey, you're doing fucking awesome. You know, like, oh, young kids fucking got it. Like, we normally don't see that. We don't see hustle like this out of young kids like you. You know, I don't get off on praise or anything. I don't want to sit there and be like, I don't want people to fucking like suck my dick or nothing, but like, Jesus Christ, is a fucking, like, thanks for your hard work every once in a while too much to fucking ask? Like, shit. My whole thing, since I turned, like, 25, my whole mindset changed on, like, my time being valuable here and, like, me wanting to use it more efficiently and, like, in a way that's gonna benefit either myself or the people around me more. So, like, I would much rather, like, just do housework. Like, I would rather be a fucking housewife than just go to work. Like, and that sounds crazy. That sounds absolutely nuts. But, like, I'm talking about this job specifically, okay? I'm not talking about, like, if I got my dream job of, like, going into the union and, like, becoming an iron worker and building hospitals, or even going back to the fucking roller coaster place, I would have a lot more work ethic and motivation to do better, be great, you know, do all this extra shit. Because I feel like what I'm doing actually matters. You know, like, in a place like that, those contracts meant a little bit more because we don't get as much in, right? Like, we had the contract for the so many roller coaster chassis per year or whatever, but when I actually started there with the Dave and Buster's project, that was only 126 units, and once that was done, that was done. But we were on a time constraint for it, and we knocked it the fuck out. But then after that, you know, work was a little slow. So it's like, I feel better about doing stuff like that because it's more important. It's more dire that we get it done, I guess. I don't know what word I'm trying to use. I know what word I'm trying to use, I just can't think of it. But anyway, it's just like, I don't feel that way anymore. And especially about fucking stupid fucking windows. Like I said, I know what I need in order to, like, do the things that are expected of me, I guess. And I just don't get that, so. It is what it is. I really wish I had a wheel. I should buy one soon. So I finally finally got to watch and finish the Dale Earnhardt documentary that got put on Prime. And I gotta say, I feel real bad for Dale Jr. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Junior, like, I don't understand how the fuck he did it. I don't understand how he was able to just, like, fake it. I don't even know how, like, I don't know how I'd be able to react. And then, like, just the story behind the whole family is just, it's incredible. And, like, Dale Jr. compared Carson Hocevar to, like, a young Dale Earnhardt, so I think if I have to pick a single person to root for in NASCAR for the rest of eternity, I think it's going to be Carson Hocevar. Just for that simple reason, because Dale, like, reminds me a lot of myself. And, like, that's sort of what people look for when they're into something, like racing, YouTube even. Like, you try and look for someone that's relatable, someone that experiences the same things that you do, you know. You can be like, oh, hey, that's me, that could be me one day, because I'm in that same situation. Or whatever. I'm like, not that I feel like I'm in the same situation as Dale Earnhardt, but like when I race in the games and shit, and like if I were to be put into a car, I know I would race sort of the same way. Of like not giving a fuck, and like the person, I don't care about how you feel, like I'm trying to beat the person that's in front of me and the person that's behind me. So like fuck your feelings, and if you got a problem with it, fuck you too. Like, just in general. And we got a wreck. Ricky Stenhouse is out. What a shame. That's just gonna fuck the whole rest of the race up. Well, yeah, just the bullshit that, like, he had to go through in order to even get anywhere in NASCAR is insane. You know, he started out, fucking did real well, then owner sold the team, started up a new team, fucking got a sponsorship, started doing real bad. Got with Richard Childress, started winning again. Won how many championships straight in a row. Then was in a little bit of a pickle there for a while, fucking, and Junior started racing. What sucks, what really started to hit with me with the whole Earnhardt documentary is when Dale started talking about his start to his racing career. And like how he basically said that his dad never showed up to his races. And like that would kill me. And like, I don't want to put it, like, Dale Jr. sort of lived his life like Dale Sr. lived his life, like just doing everything that he could for his dad's approval. And like, when he finally got it, like, that's, I don't know. It was interesting. Like, the way that it looked to me is like Dale. Well, the only thing that he gave a fuck about was being in a race car, right? Like, he obviously cared about his kids and everything, but like, if it was, oh, I'm sorry. If it was either go to go to his own race or go to Junior's race, he was going to his own race. And like, I understand that, but like, bruh. But after 98, once he won the Daytona 500, then it started to sink in that he's accomplished basically everything that there was to accomplish in NASCAR. And then he finally decided to take Junior's racing career a lot more seriously. I mean, he was also young at the time and like wasn't able to necessarily get in the Cup just yet. You know, he started out racing late models, just like everybody else does. And fucking, he had to make a name for himself there. Then once he couldn't do that anymore, then he was trying to get into the Busch Series. And from what Junior was saying, like, he was calling people asking to race other people's cars and everything, but Dale was working deals off in the background and just not saying anything. Which, if I was Junior, I sort of would have expected that to be happening, but at the same time, Dale Sr. did tell him, like, oh, if you want to ride in NASCAR, if you want to drive, like, you're gonna have to go out and get it yourself. So I don't blame him for like trying to have the safety net of like trying to be independent and not rely on Dale, but like, I'd still be like sort of pissed off if, you know, I want to follow in your footsteps and you're just like slamming the door in my face. Like, I don't know. I don't have any father experience to know anything like that. I mean, my grandfather obviously, like, he didn't necessarily, I don't know that he wanted me to be like him per se, but like, everything that I did, he just like supported 100%. Like, when I was, except for the video games, he wasn't really fucking with the video games too much. Mainly because I was a cocksucker and like screaming from my bedroom and shit and like causing all kinds of havoc over not winning Call of Duty matches and shit, but like, that's besides the point. But like, when I got into baseball, like, he was at every single one of my fucking baseball games, you know, practice with me, took me to practice, threw the ball with me, fucking pitched for me so I could hit, caught for me. And so did my stepdad. You know, I did have my stepdad for a little bit there, but oh wow, okay. I think the car is still okay. But yeah, I had my stepdad there for a little bit. So, like, that was fine. But he ended up passing away, and then it's like, well, now we're just back at square one. And, like, after that, I got into car audio really hard. And my grandfather was all for that. Like, he used to take me over to the car audio shop and fucking let me hang out. Sometimes he'd hang out. And, like, he wanted a system put in his car, so he, like, let me start putting shit in his car and everything. Like, he wanted me to do the things I wanted to do, and he wanted to be there to support me. So, like, I can't imagine not having that. And, like, I don't know. Especially, like, when your dad is literally fucking Dale Earnhardt and is, like, a millionaire, and he's telling you to go get your own shit, like, that would sort of leave a sour taste in my mouth. Especially, like, walking into a fucking race shop with, like, 20 fucking race cars sitting on jack stands. I'd be like, bro, you literally can't, like, give me the shittiest one and just let me try to fucking... But in Dale's eyes, he was setting Junior up to be more appreciative of equipment, and, like, if it's just the thing of, like, you're gonna go in and not have any sort of regard for the equipment, you're not gonna respect it if there's no consequences, right? So, like, the consequences, if you busted your car, it's not like, oh, I'll just get a new one, so who fucking cares? No, if you wreck your car, you're fixing it so that way you could race again next week. And if you don't race next week, well, then you're going in debt. Sort of situation, so... It was a good learning experience. And, you know, that's sort of how I grew up. You know, I respected my car a lot more once I bought a car. Like, obviously I had respect for the car that was... I was fortunate enough to not have a car given to me, but there was basically a spare one around for the most part, and then there wasn't, and we kind of had to share, but I was able to take it almost whenever I wanted. And, you know, I had respect for it and everything. I wasn't, like, a complete douchebag with it. I did end up wrecking it one time because, you know, inexperience. And everybody wrecks their first car. But, like, I fixed it, you know, I went out, I bought the parts, I fixed it myself, got it back on the road, bought my own car, same thing, anything that happened to it, I fixed it. And my grandfather really, really enjoyed that, like, watching me basically turn into him and, you know, be interested in fixing my own things and shit. Well, I looked up to him, like, I never had to buy anything new because if I broke something, I gave it to my grandfather and he could fix it. Like, it was so bad that, like, when I was, like, 3 or 4 years old, like, boys always have a tendency of, like, playing with themselves. Like, just sticking their hand down their pants and just, like, flicking their fucking heater all over the place. And, like, my parents always used to be like, oh, if you keep on playing with it like that, it's gonna fall off. And it was so bad that, like, I literally would look at them and be like, it's okay, Pop will fix it. Pop will glue it back on. And, like, that's how I looked at him. Like, he could fucking do anything. And that's what I aspired to be growing up. And I like to think that I'm pretty damn good at fixing basically anything because of that. Like, there's a lot of shit that I have, like, still have that I shouldn't have because I fixed it. And it's something that I pride myself in, something that I take very seriously. That's like a skill that not many people have, and I'm very proud of that. I'm not even halfway through this race yet. This sucks. But yeah, after Dale won Daytona, he took Junior's career a little bit more seriously. He put him in his old Busch car. Which now I'm starting to want to redo my entire diecast collection because I want to highlight that whole era a lot more than I originally wanted to. Like, I want to start out with the 79 Monte Carlo. I want basically every variant of Dale's car. So like the 79 Monte Carlo, the 81 Pontiac, the 82 Ford, the 83 Ford, the 84 Monte Carlo. I think it was 88 they changed to the black car. I want that. The 88 Monte Carlo. The 92 Lumina, which I already have that one, but I want a little bit better one. The 95 Monte Carlo and the 2001 Monte Carlo I want to get. Basically, so that way I could be like, you know, this is when he got his Wrangler sponsorship. This is when fucking Osterlund sold the team. This is when he started driving for Richard Childress. So on and so forth. And then the same thing with Dale Jr., which I've already kind of started, except I have things are a little bit out of order. So I have his late model stock, his late model, like the first one. I don't have the one that he bought out of the junkyard, because I don't think that they would ever make anything like that into a diecast. Maybe they have, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But I do have his very first late model, which is, I don't know if you could see it, but closest to the glass cabinet in the glass shelf there, underneath the number 1 Little Debbie car, the white number 3. That's his late model. And then from there, he went to the number 3 AC Delco car. For the Busch Series, but I have the 31 Busch Series, the Sickens car. That was his second Busch car. And then from there, he went to Budweiser in the Cup, which I think the one that I would want for Dale's rookie year would probably be like the what's it called, the All-Star Race win version. Which I think that would have been 2000. And then 2001 he went on in the Budweiser car. I would like Darrell Waltrip's or Michael Waltrip's Daytona 500 win car from that year, because that's the year Dale died. I'd like to have Waltrip's car from that, because that was, you know, one of those moments in history. Because you have Michael Waltrip up in victory lane celebrating his win, and then Ken Schrader comes up to him and tells him that it's not good. And then his whole demeanor changed for the rest of the afternoon. It was wild. But yeah, then Junior went on to race and try to keep the legacy going. DEI got shut down. He started Junior Motorsports. There was a big ass fucking lawsuit over the number 8 and shit that just got done getting settled or some shit. But now Dale's an announcer, broadcaster, YouTuber, businessman. Sister Kelly basically runs Junior Motorsports. I think she's CEO. I don't know what Therese is up to. And I don't know. Obviously, I want everything to stay around. I don't want anything to be forgotten about. I want the history of the sport to remain being talked about. That's why I'm into the diecast and stuff, because I want to be able to, you know, physically show people like this is when NASCAR was great, and like have visual representations. But I didn't realize that Dale Earnhardt was involved with the action diecast says he was. Like, I didn't realize that that was like his company, which would make sense as to why it shut down, and now we have Lionel Racing for diecast. Which actually, I think maybe at lap 100 I'm going to stop this for a little bit and change speed, because I want to show the difference between Lionel and action diecast. Because I was very uninformed. Like, I have 2 Lionel Racing diecast now, and all the other ones I have are action brand or racing champions or something along those lines, right? This is all stuff that is pre like 2004. I think I have one car that's like newer than that, and that's the number 39 Ryan Newman car of tomorrow that I have. I have that, and then I have 2. I don't know if they're Gen 6. I have a Nationwide and an Xfinity Series Camaro. Now, I'm pretty sure that all of the Xfinity cars are just Gen 6 Cup cars, but I'm unaware on if the wheelbase is different. And that's actually something that I kind of want to look at between the Busch Series diecast I have and the Cup Series diecast. Because it would actually be very interesting if the wheelbase is actually shorter on the Busch cars. That would be really cool in my opinion. But I don't have any of the next gen diecast, and like I need a couple. I have some 1/64th scale diecasts in a cart on Amazon, but I need 24th scale shit. I also need more than cases. I would like a big one to just fill the entire wall, but it's probably going to be expensive. And then I have to fill it with cars, which would be even more expensive. Which I'm not having a problem filling the cases right now. I have a lot of cars, but you know, I can't just spend all my money on fucking diecast race cars, you know. I do need a steering wheel at some point, so that way I can really get into this game. But yeah, with the next gen shit, I don't need, nothing has changed in the past couple of years, so I don't need like a lot of fucking cars or anything. I just want one of each. So I want like a Carson Hocevar Chevy. I would say either the Austin Cindric Snap-on Mustang or Ryan Blaney's Highlighter Yellow Mustang for Menards, because I like that color. And then either Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell. No, you know what? I'm actually gonna get a Tyler Reddick Monster, so that way I could have a fucking next gen monster car. Either Tyler Reddick or Ty Gibbs. One of the two. So then I can cross my Monster Energy car off of the list. I would like a 2019 John Force car because that's the last time my grandfather ever got to see him. I got my 64th scale car last year. I'm gonna start getting a 64th scale car like every event that I go to. Either a 64th scale car or a pin. And then throughout the season I'll pick a 24th scale car to get. But right now I'm like with all the older cars and shit, I just want the cars that have like the brands that I remember from a kid and shit. Just because I like the paint schemes. Like I don't necessarily have any emotional attachment to any of the drivers per se. And like that was always my problem with NASCAR. I never really liked any of the drivers. I just kind of looked at the cars like, I seen Jeff Gordon's fucking Flame 24 car and was like, yes. Which is sort of the same deal that I have with the John Force Flame cars. Which is really weird because I'm not like a flame, like I'm not into flames like that. But like the John Force's white flame car just fucking looks fast. I don't know. We got another spin out. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, oh, wow, okay. I need 2 hands. Just like I have too much shit, and like I don't need all this shit. So like with my diecast, like I would get rid of the #1 Pennzoil car. There, I think it's Darrell Waltrip. I don't care about Darrell Waltrip. I don't care about Pennzoil. I run Castrol or Valvoline, whatever I could get my hands on. I don't care about Pennzoil. I could get rid of that car. Like I have 2 Bobby Labonte cars up there that I don't necessarily want. The Jurassic Park and the Coca-Cola car. Like I just don't care. I have the Bobby Labonte car that I want. And then I also have the matching Tony Stewart one. I have a regular one and then I have one in the chrome, like really flaky paint. And then I have a Coke Tony Stewart car that I don't care about. The number 3 Napa Auto Parts, Steve Parks car. Like, I don't really care about that one either. I don't know Steve Parks. I don't shop at Napa. I shop at Rock Auto. And, like, if I want Napa, I'm gonna go Chase Elliott. Like, there's just, like, shit like that I just don't. Well, like, I could say that about the Lance Snacks car, the number 4. Like, I have no personal attachment to that in any way, shape, or form. But I seen it in the Dale Earnhardt documentary when Junior was running in the Busch Series, so I kind of want to keep that one for that simple fact. Like, realistically, I don't know of another number 4 car. What would be really cool is if I could have, like, 1 through 99, like, a car of each number. That would be really cool. But the issue is the amount of, like, same number cars that I'm going to end up with. Oh, this looks fun. Just stay in this high groove. Alright. The momentum I had from that draft was fucking insane. Here we go again. William Byron, you scumbag. My god, brother, I am fucking flying right now. Okay, so now we're at our 100 laps. Let me get on this back straight so that way I can pause and not be in a pickle. Okay, so bathroom first, I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the late model stock car. This is Dale's first stock car he ever ran. It's a Camaro. I had to have this one. I seen it on the list of uh, diecast that the one guy had, and I was like, 89 Camaro, need it. It's an 81 to 86. This is actually like really nice, like decent quality. Obviously because it's action, but like, yeah, I don't know, like it's cool as fuck. I think I'm gonna redo them at some point. But yeah, so from what I just noticed, like I said, this is a Bush Series car, which is actually misprinted and it doesn't say Bush on it. This is Ron Hornaday. And I don't know who Ron Hornaday was or anything, so don't really care too much about him. That's a car that I'd get rid of. But yeah, I was just looking, and how I said about the Busch Series cars having a smaller wheelbase than the other cars. It doesn't have they're all the same size. I have a bunch of Dale cars on my desk here. Actually, this got fucked up. I have a model train on my desk. And it's got a couple of 64th scale Dale cars on it. You know what, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it right here is the engine, the locomotive, whatever you want to call it. We have another retire. I'm gonna have to pay for fuel real soon. This is a long race. Hopefully I don't lose my position. I feel like it very well could though. I think I'm okay. I do have to pit though, so I guess we'll just go do that quick. Because now I am turning left. And now we wait. We've Alright, that was my fault. I will take full responsibility for that. I'll be right back. I thought I had another pen. I don't want to do a whole dab. Maybe I do. Kyle Busch just tried to wreck me. I just accidentally wrecked Bubba Wallace. We got people coming back from pit road. I shouldn't have to go there for a little while. Do some third person for like a couple of laps. I cannot wait for this to be over. I need to piss again. I'd never make it as a NASCAR driver because of how much I have to piss. Alright, I'm gonna hit the bathroom again. I'll be right back. Oops. We're back in this shit though. I want to get this race done though because I want to list these cars on on the internet for sale or something, or for trade. Get something different, some stuff that I actually care about. 10 to go. Five to go. I actually don't know how my car's not fucked up from that. You would think it would be. White flag is out. Alright, and that's it. We won. First place in the bag. I don't have Mexico, so it's going to be an off week. And then after that, we got Pocono, which I don't think that I'm going to be making it IRL, but if I do, I don't know. We'll do something. But I'm out of here. Have a good one. Don't piss the bed. Bye.